Howdy partners, it is finally here, the Barra. There it sits. I just thought I'd do a quick update video. I got it in a few weeks ago, no problem, everything looked great, even still had the oil in it. But I test fitted quite a few times and I got the two mount pieces. Chris Neves cut me out and started working on that a little bit. It's pretty tight against the firewall, but I've got it setting all the way back and all the way down, and the clearance is, much better than I expected. I had to put in 1/2-inch K-member spacers to space it down a little bit more. Honestly, most of it because of the transmission clearance. But once I turn the offset rack bushings down, that gave me all kinds of clearance from the rack to the oil pan. And then I've got it back far enough where I've got clearance. It's hard to see, but I've got clearance for the oil pan. Of course, it's an FG, but it was pretty before I massaged in the firewall just a little bit on the very back of the cylinder head. It's a lot better now. Started working on the midsection of the mounts. As you can see, it was going pretty good. Then I kind of paused that because I've been talking to Kyle at 6 Boost and then the fine gentleman at Golby's, and we was discussing clearances of the 6 Boost turbo manifold, and I was kind of leaning 1/2 inch to the passenger side of the subframe of the K-member to give me a little bit more clearance on the intake side, but it looks like I'm just going to end up putting it dead center of the K-member. Right after I hung the engine in here at first, I started working on trying to get this transmission to fit. As you can see, it is rather long, and I knew that going into it. I knew it was going to be a little bit too long. I just didn't know by how much. Got me a nice T56 version of the Steeda Tri-Ax off eBay special with a shifter handle that faces the right direction. But I ended up cutting a nice little hole for the shifter. Oh no! I threw my seat back in, got a straight up stiff back corboos, and also I don't think it should be that bad. I might do something different with the e-brake, and I was really trying to avoid it because I was so dead set on keeping the center console, but I kind of got over it. Instead of trying to rig up some janky linkage, I just went ahead, I cut the hole, and after I spaced the K-member down, like, the transmission's got a good bit of room, just barely, a touch here and there, putting it up in there, but I think I'm pretty good. Of course, I'll have to make a cross member to brace to hold the rear end of the transmission, but that'll come later. Of course, I've got a real long list of just small tasks to take care of. It's going to take probably a lot of time fooling around. There's my gas pedal I got with the engine, but evidently they mount like from the top and the Falcons and whatnot, and so I have to make up some kind of little bracket for that. And here's, I guess, my mess of a wiring table. At first I thought I was going to get away with not extending the harness where I'm running it, but I want to mount the computer under the passenger side dash, and it wasn't going to work. You can't really stretch wires, so I got this nice 47 pin plug. I think it's Aptic brand, formerly Delphi. I'm not sure, but I've got this side of it done, which is going to the engine. I've got to do this side. I've got all the pins on, and they're not too bad. but I crimped them. It won't focus. Crimped them, and then a little bit of solder, and then heat shrink on top of that. That's pretty much it. I just want to give a quick update for the ones following along. I got the engine. It's been a long wait, but it was, well worth it. And again, Chris out in Florida has been great to work with, and he's always answering my random little questions. And I'll put some pictures at the end of this video just that I've took along the last few weeks of progress, and just a lot of planning still. And I'm gonna be at work 7 days a week for a while, so make some money so I can get some parts coming in. But also, Mr. Porter down in Florida, Forced Induction Pros, he's got the RX-7 with the Barra in it. He's got a forum going, and it would just be great if we could get that thing to take off and everybody share valuable information and just a place to hang out. So I'll put a link to that in the description of the video too. But I'll see you around.